I'm at the centre of the canal network, Braunston. 0 miles to Braunston because I'm here. Hello mate. I've moved from that location there because I need to be closer to Braunston Marina. And then someone walked by, well, a couple of people walked by actually, Dave and Diane, who are subscribers of mine. It was nice. I invited them on the boat, we had a cup of tea and we had a bit of a chat. And they're coming by in this boat here called Tickety Boo, or something similar. So a shout out to Dave and Diane. Lovely to have met you. Thanks very much for stopping by, and great chat. And there they are, sporting his and hers same jackets. Tickety Boo, there we go, look, they.
Nice to meet you, Chris.
Have a great day.
We'll see you on Sunday.
Oh, of course. Or tomorrow. Tomorrow, Wednesday.
Yes. Thanks for a cup of tea.
That's all right. Take care. See you in a bit. I was lying in bed, listening to the tweets and the flapping that was going on. So I thought I'll get myself out of bed. I did a bit of a time lapse and did a bit of a recording of the sounds. And of course, to do this camera thing, you need a bit more light. It's a bit barky. But it's nice coming out here listening to the birds. Some fishermen on the bridge. Smells though. Here they come, look. They're saying, oh, thought it was going to feed us. No. The ducks are one of nature's extroverted type of birds. They quack about, don't they? Quack, quack, quack. And they're not shy and making a big noise and things like that. I just think they're extroverts. I don't like the white balance on this. I need to, it should be auto white balance, but it comes out a bit blue. Anyway, first movement of the day. What I liked about it, well, it's up a 7. He was ticking by. He was on tick over. Good lad. Kettle's not even boiled. I saw the lady doing her brasses on this boat. I don't know. I don't. I'm a traditional bloke. I like the bush. I don't know what that's all about. I told her I use Autosol. She was using some stuff called Peak, I'd said to her, Autosol. And she came back a few days later and she said, "Do you know what, that was great stuff, absolutely fantastic." So then we started talking on, and she says, "Do you know what," she says, "when you live on a boat, always got something to do." I said, "I know. And it's not necessarily washing up, but it's just stuff." She says, "All the stuff I have to do on the boat, I never did in the house. It's looking after the woodwork." And I thought, oh. Now, she varnishes, rubs everything down and varnishes every year. It's like the fourth bridge effect. You know, you do a little bit of a panel at a time, and then by the end of the year you finish the boat and then start again the following year. And I think I might do that. And I have been wiping down these wood surfaces with some beeswax. But I think, you know, to look after it properly might need a bit more work. Put the washing up on a tea towel, you see, so I don't get the wood surfaces wet. Always wiping them down, I am. Doesn't happen in the house. Well, at least I never did it. You have that Formica stuff, don't you? Which, you know, who cares? But this is real oak wood, and it needs looking after. Disadvantage of having real oak wood, I suppose. Come to a walk in Braunston to get a pie and a pasty in the local butcher. It's supposed to be very good. There's the menu of the butchers, and there's some hawky birdie, big birdie thing that lives on the church spire. Look at him up there, selecting its prey, look. And whilst I was at the church, I thought I'd go and have a look inside. Quite a big church, isn't it? Where would I sit? Somewhere at the back, I think. The organ and some old box. And then I thought I'd take a look around the village at the houses. And there's a nice house. Oh, what does that look like? A windmill. I could live in that house. Rather nice, isn't it? Unfortunately, that one's sold. I wonder how much for. Could live there. Or there. Or there. Yeah, there too. And that looks like a Methodist church. Oh, and that's a nice house. Must have been the bread makers. And that building on the far left, well, that's a hairdresser's. What do you know? That looks nice, and even better at night. Braunston has a shop which is opposite the butcher, and a chair where you can look at the view. And there's another nice view. Somewhere in this outskirts of nothingness is a church, Walthamcote. I'm going to try and find it in a field full of sheep and a windy day. Dodging the poo. There's a track, it might lead somewhere. And a sheep. Don't know if you can spot that, there's some people walking dogs.
I was walking out one evening late, the moon was rising high, headed for the riverside, around us fuss and fight. The patrolman, he walked by, asked me where I'm going, said if the sun set on me there I'd never make it home. He said, don't go downtown tonight, there's trouble on the rise. The bad men in the shadows, and they're bound to take your life. If you mind to ramble, I'll tell you how I do. Keep your money in your pocket, and the razor in your shoe.
It does appear that this church has long since been forgotten about. Walthamcote, I think it was in the village of. It's the last remaining building of the village. Alright, there's a house that's knocked down and there's a house that's being lived in, but that's about it. And this is a parish church that no longer has a parish, but has a shed with a solar panel on it. Don't know what's in there. There's a door here, look. Keep me out. Please close the door. Can we open it? No.
I climbed too high in my wandering eye, spied the lights of town. He said, don't go downtown tonight, there's trouble on.
I reckon this is one of those eerie churches in a graveyard that's been long since forgotten and is probably haunted, don't know.
Keep your money in your pocket, boy, and the razor in your shoe.
I like old churches like this only because it's part of our history. Not that I'm part of the yeah, not necessarily a non-believer, but I am. Anyway, churches, I bet that church is, I'm going to look it up, well old. It looks old, doesn't it?
There's trouble on the rise, bad men in the shadows, it's bound to take your life. But if you mind to ramble still, I'll tell you how to do. Keep your money in your pocket, boy, and a razor in your shoe. Keep your money in your pocket, son, and a razor in your shoe.
It's a shame there doesn't seem to be anyone in. Never mind. I'm here for 2 weeks. I'll come back. There's a few birds in that tree. Squeaky gate. Now, up here, I think, is an old train track. A disused railway thingy. But there's a church, and I wonder if there was a station at Waltham Coat. Don't know. Anyway, disused railway track, disused church, disused road, but someone's living in that house. Interesting. Heating's on, look. But no one's answering the door. Alright, that's day 2. Focus. Where are we going to focus? There we go, look. That's the pie from the butcher's, and very nice pie too. I had a bit last night, I've got a bit tonight, and I've got a bit tomorrow night. Worth going if you want to go to Braunston, and if you're in Braunston on your boat or in the car, the butcher's quite a nice place. Got lots of meat in it. Well, that's a butcher, but you know, nice pies and things. Anyway, shut up, Chris, crack on. Here's a little story. It's not that I'm part of the churchy gang. Perhaps I ought to be, I don't know. I can remember reading a book called Run Baby Run, which is a story about Nicky Cruz, who was in the gang warfare in the 1950s in New York City, and he led the tribe called the Mau Mau's gang. We're reading that in RE, Religious Education, and it was a particularly violent book, so I quite liked it, to be honest. And I didn't think our RE teacher would allow us to read books like that. Anyway, it was a forced read, so we read it. Very good. Walking home from school one day, 1,600 kids went to this school. Walking home from school, street full of kids on the path and all the rest of it. Anyway, some lady stopped me. She said, "Excuse me." And then we're talking at some lady, old lady. Now, I was 14 at the time, so anyone that's plus 50 is old. So I'm clearly old. But she was like granny age, 70 plus. Anyway, she stopped me. And she had one of them trolleys that you pull behind as well. I can remember this to this day. And she said to me, "I just thought I'd let you know that Nicky Cruz is in town. He's doing a sermon." I don't know what you're telling me for. I just thought you want to know. Ooh, how spooky was that? All those kids just stopped me. I looked behind me, she didn't stop anyone else, just stopped me. Oh, no, if that isn't. That's one of my biggest regrets, actually, is not doing that, is listening to that fella do a sermon down in, I think it was one of the local supermarkets that are closed down. Anyway, there we go, little story. Braunston next week, bit more about Braunston and the main reason why I'm there, and that's it really. Well, thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing, thanks for watching. Now let's get it right. Thanks for watching, thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, give it a go, because I talk about all sorts of stuff, and I do all sorts of stuff that, well, particularly at Braunston, that no other YouTuber's done to date. So there we go, things like that. Anyway, until next week, there will be a Feed Me Friday. I'm not sure if it's this Friday or next Friday, but watch out for that. Until next time, thanks very much. Ciao, Papa.